Good evening and welcome back, travelers, to episode 51 for our NearDark Society Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Tonight's episode is Blood on the Sand, Act 2, where we'll be picking up right where we last left off. Now, do we have any news that we'd like to share with everyone before we start off tonight's events? I think we have some news that Jaden would like to talk about.
I should bring him down, but he's sleeping.
He's sleeping, yeah.
Guys, go look at my Twitter. We got a puppy a couple of days ago. We have a new addition to the family. He's a German Shepherd Husky mix. His name is Grim. I put pictures all over Twitter. NearDark Twitter also reposted it. So if you guys want to see what he looks like, maybe one of these streams I'll bring him down here, but he's passed out right now. Mm-hmm. So he's such a little baby. He's like this big, and his paws are like this big. You gotta look at the pictures.
He's got huge paws. He's gonna be a big boy. Be a very big boy. Let's see here. Other than that, I think that's really the only. Well,
Hellgate tomorrow is. We're almost done with Hellgate.
Yeah, so this will be the second to last episode. So we
2
have
episodes.
Yep.
2 episodes left.
One more episode after that, and then you guys will get your vampire fix. Don't worry, I am now your new crack dealer, and I will give you guys what you're looking for. So.
And on Wednesday, we're filming the intro for Dark Archives, so that's finally in production on Wednesday. So we'll get that rolling too. So we have new content coming for you guys.
And then tomorrow, if you guys are watching this live, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, it'll already be up. But tomorrow we'll be releasing the Irwin lore sheet. So that'll be dropping tomorrow if you are part of the Patreon. And other than that, we have our Patreon game this Friday, Patreon community game. And then we also have, let's see, we have, both Chad and I will be in.
Hey Rain, can you hear this? Let me know.
Both Chad and I will be in a guest star game. So that's going to be over at Carrying Comfort. I believe it's the Kingdom Hearts.
Yep. Interstellar War, I think is what it's called. Kingdom Hearts Interstellar War.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, the 16th I'll be playing Max Goof. You'll be playing Prince Caspian. I almost mixed those two words together. Prince Caspian the following week.
Are you playing Prince Goof?
Yes, Prince Goof.
There's a Prince Goof?
No, there isn't.
Is there royalty?
Mickey would not allow that.
No. Mickey is king and he is sovereign of that state.
Yes, there is no princes here. Not even his sons are princes.
Good for him.
Alright, you guys may see a mic above Jaden's head, but just ignore that. So.
Yeah, I bumped it down because it sounds like I'm in an empty room. Does this sound better?
Can I hear you guys? Or can I hear you?
I don't know, can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear Jaded?
Just scream the entire time.
Make sure they can hear you before we start.
Well, they couldn't before. Apparently.
Okay, well, if they can hear you now, then it's fine.
Is Alistair fully out of the vampire game while we're here?
Alistair, I will say this. He is not fully out. As a player, yes, because I can't obviously play a character. Alistair, and I think it's fitting because of his strength and his power level. He is now sort of moving over to the realm of NPC as opposed to player. Also, it'd be kind of a little unfair if I was still playing a 5th generation vampire in a coterie filled with people that are 10th and 11th, and I think Memphis is like 12th or some shit. I don't know. But
Rain thinks it's just as fun.
Put it right up next to the mic, dude. Sorry.
I'll just put the audio on our phone and put it right up to our mics.
So, without further ado, let's get tonight's death attack rolling. So, when we last left off, you all had a rather interesting approach to infiltrating the island.
Interesting.
cleverly concocted plan, good premise, soon fell apart as there was more to Schriever and his pirates than what met the eye. After making their way into Fort Rosalina, and the Tuchakol army dispatched Barbossa's men, appearing to have been butchered by Schriever himself and his men. Widowmakers infiltrated the fort. Once they were discovered, that is when Hakan, Jezebel, Falner, Lavende made their entrance to give support and backup to their companions.
Some more willing than others.
The fight was quick and intense. However, Schriever's defeat came all too easy, and as his body lied on the ground and became bound, that is when he showed his true potential. Body contorting and breaking, ripping sinew and flesh, limb from limb. His body began to grow and morph into a large centipede-like creature. Their altar, their idol of pain, now falling to the ground. Schriever's body has been impaled, bedded with these omens, these prayers of pain. And that's where we're going to begin. In the exact same initiative order, so I believe that is going to bring us to Lavende first.
Do you want to roll for him just in case he goes up before me, or?
Well, I rolled for him when the original fight started.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Oh god, I'm gonna roll like shit. I just know it now. God damn it.
Alright, first thing I'm doing is I'm going to,
Shut up.
just like I did with the Wall of Thorns, I'm going to tap my staff back on the ground and use Erupting Earth in a space where
Okay,
he's in.
is there a save for that?
It's a dex of 17.
17, let's see what he makes. Natural 20. So he does make the save. Is there still effects to that, even if with the save?
I believe it's just half.
Half damage?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. So 8, 19, 20, 14 damage.
14 damage.
Because it's 4d12.
So, you all see as the body begins to twist and contort and start to ride almost in a serpentine-like fashion. Lavende brings his staff into the air and strikes the earth, that magical spell shooting out through the cracks it begins to form as the spell splits the earth. And you see debris and rock, shrapnel, fly towards this centipede-like Schriever. It bounces off of his hard carapace. His mouth, you see the lower portion of his jaw almost drop like a puppet. Rows of teeth and flesh and blood spill out onto the sand. Okay, is that gonna be you?
And I'm going to use a bonus action to use Flame Blade.
Beautiful.
Flame blade.
I do. I've had that for a while. I've been saving this for a while.
So you summon a blade of fire.
Yeah, my staff is going to turn into like you know when somebody does this and it's like it's going to be like that, like the blade.
Okay. So, as soon as Schriever makes his approach and screeches towards you, you watch as Lavende bathes as you're gonna bathe your.
Yeah, I'm going to basically because it's more like a shimmer. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to like,
bathe your hand.
yeah.
You see this fiery, like, phantom blade emerge from his hand. This brings us to Shriever's turn. As he twists and contorts, you actually watch as he gets down onto the multiple legs and appendages he has now grown. You watch as he zigzags back and forth in a quick insect-like fashion. You see him crawl up over the feet of this large altar. You watch as his body slips in through what appears to be a large crack in the foundation of the fort. You see his body disappear into the darkness. For a moment, it appears that your enemy has retreated until you start to feel the ground shake as you look towards the altar and you watch as all of those nails, and when I mean nails, I don't mean like 9-inch nails. I don't mean like carpenter nails. I'm talking like wrought iron size spikes that are being driven into this altar. They begin to push out. You watch as they fall to the ground until it starts to sound like rain on a tin roof.
Oh, that's not good.
As the ground slowly quakes and bellows, you all stand fast and watch as these spikes begin to form into what appears to be a golem. A large, metallic-like creature formed out of the spikes themselves move towards you. You see two large, glowing red orbs, what would appear to be the head shape. And we're gonna roll for initiative here now.
What the fuck do we do with that? How the fuck do you do with that?
I got 21.
Okay, 8 for the creature.
Oh, fuck me.
$19 for me.
14.
Okay, so it's gonna go Lavende, Falner, Jez, creature.
Jezebel.
What the fuck do we do? I've never fought one of these before.
Well, I think if we just reduce its HP to 0, we win.
Alright, Lavende, you're up.
Can I reach it?
Yes, you can easily reach it. As you
True.
look up at the golem itself, the golem probably stands somewhere between 15, 18 feet tall. It doesn't really have legs. It seems to be almost like imagine like a mound rising up to a humanoid-like form, almost like how a genie's body looks, but it's made out of spikes.
So since I have Flame Blade still activated, could I, we've talked about this a while ago, but if I were to run 20 feet, activate
Your
my pelt,
yes,
and then do my extra attacks?
you sure can.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just, as soon as I use that and see the golem, I'm going to charge right at it.
You all watch as Lavende dashes forward towards the creature. You actually watch as his hand moves over towards his pelt. You see the spell activate from his chest piece, that Tiger Lord's pelt. You watch as Lavende begins to grow strands of striped fur on his face as his eyes turn feral, and you see what appear to be cat eyes. Go ahead.
That is 23 to hit for
That's
the
a
first
hit.
one. Do you want me to roll each and then kind of roll damage
Roll
after?
each after, yep.
Okay. 27 for the second,
Also a hit.
and 27 again. That is... So, just so everybody knows, that was at 3rd level, that is 96 of damage. So, I'm just going to roll that on here.
96 of damage is crunching.
That is a lot of
I
damage.
like when it's working.
It's a lot of damage.
That does only 28, though.
28 damage.
Yep.
Okay. As you approach the creature with blinding like speed, your fleetness you begin to circle strafe the creature as you strike back and forth with your flame blade. The spell rips through mounds of steel and iron. The rust and the corroded hunks of slag seem to rip and fall apart this large golem. As this does happen, though, each blow, each strike that connects, there seems to be a backlash, a ripple of metal and shrapnel that seems to fly towards you. I'm going to go ahead and need 3 reflex saves.
And it is
So
dex.
three dexterity saves.
So it's 20. Let me just.
It's going to be a dex save of 16.
I got the first one definitely.
Okay.
So that's 19. I'm not even going to add the. That second one does not hit. So I believe it would be 13. And this third one doesn't hit either.
Okay. You watch as Lavande surprisingly avoids all the shrapnel as he starts to rip through. And you said 28 damage, correct?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so that is going to bring us up to Faller. You are up.
Can you describe its head to me again?
A mound of spikes
Oh,
with 2 large glowing red orbs.
on the side?
More like eyes.
Typically where eyes are.
Oh, right. Oh.
Yeah, in the front of the face.
Alright. So, I'm gonna use chromatic orb at level 3rd level.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use it as iron golem. Thunder damage?
Thunder? Okay.
Oh, right. It is a. Sorry. Oh, it's actually roll it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to hit them with the orb. So typically ranged spells like that, you'll have to roll to hit.
That is 24 to hit.
24, that is a hit. Very large creature. Very low AC.
Very high HP.
Typically that's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm using this thing.
Oh, here's your little health potions.
22 damage of thunder damage.
2 damage. Alright, you will watch as Falner summons this orb, this prismatic, magical orb that seems to shift and shimmer with different spectrums of light. You watch as that orb flashes this color as it sprays over the large golem, and you watch as there's this repercussion, this shockwave of thunder damage as it almost like a kinetic fist made contact with the chest of the golem. You watch as spikes. Thankfully, no one is standing behind this creature, for it would have been standing within the range of a volley. Give you your turn, Falner.
Bonus action. Sorry. Bonus action. I'm going to use. Where's the. First level. Healing word on myself. 1d4 plus 5.
Okay. So, is that gonna be your turn?
That will be my turn.
Jez, you are up.
Is this considered a creature?
It is considered a, yes, it is considered a creature.
Alright, then I'm gonna use id insinuation
Okay.
on it.
You're gonna try to use a, mind affecting skill?
It says on one creature you can see within range.
Okay. What's the save for it?
It is. This is a wisdom saving throw. 16.
Roll a 19.
Yeah, fucking then, I guess. Alright, we're off to a good start tonight, aren't we? Alright, that's all I got there, I guess.
Do you use your bonus action for anything?
No.
Okay. You guys watch as Jez goes to cast some sort of spell, You see it break over the creature as it moves forward. As it does, and if that is your turn, it's the creature's turn. You watch as the creature brings its body up, and it slams its fist into the ground. As it does, you watch as its body ripples. It turns almost into what looks like a metal wave of water. As this this tide of spike and steel comes flowing towards you, it is a rumbling rampage of death. You need a dexterity save from everybody.
Oof. Didn't get that probably. Got to 10.
8.
23.
23. Falder, you will take half damage. You two will take full damage.
Can I use Uncanny Dodge as a reaction?
The uncanny dodge is that,
That'll make it so it's half damage.
yeah, if you failed it, then you'll always get half damage. So yeah.
Oh, so you don't. Okay, so that's always when you. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So
And
you,
I think, I could be wrong, but I think if you succeed it and then have uncanny dodge, it makes it negate the damage. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I believe so. And if it doesn't, then it should.
He doesn't say anything about that.
I mean, it probably doesn't. I think that's more of a house rule. I think a lot of people do that for house rule stuff. Okay, so it's 6, 7, 2. 6, 10, 15, 17, okay. Okay. It'd be 22 points damage. As this tide of metal rips and tears through your legs, bouncing up, slapping you in the face, in your body, your arms, your chest. You almost have to turtle yourself to not be completely swarmed by the metal. As it moves through you, watch as its body rises up back into its original form. And it didn't even turn, it just rose with its head now facing towards you. And you watch as it brings its hands up to attack. Brings us back to Lavender. Your turn.
Okay. So, I want to, and I don't have a map. I want to get somewhere where I can get distance on this thing, because I know we're in like a.
Think of yourselves in a large square courtyard. Basically, as far as cover goes, you could get up onto the ramparts.
Yeah.
That will take some acrobatics or some, or using your run ability.
Okay, so in this courtyard, I don't know where it is exactly, but opposite from it, sometimes those courtyards have like pillars where you can kind of walk underneath, and there's like pillars.
Oh, you talking about like underneath the rampart walls?
Yeah. Can I get behind one of those?
Well, there's no pillars in here. Think of this as more of like a stone wall fort.
Oh, okay.
So this is more of like a military fort. It's not really designed for like aesthetic. It's just purely practicality.
Okay.
So the walls do have basically a stairwell that will make its way up to the second story of the wall, but there's no pillars.
Okay. Because I'm going to use Bomb of the Summer Court on myself.
Okay.
All 5 charges of it that I have. That's 5d6. And I don't know if that takes up being able to attack or not.
Do you have to cast that per charge?
As a bonus action, by spending dice from the pool, you can restore HP to one creature you see within 120 feet. The creature also gains 1 temporary HP per dice spent. So I don't think it's...
So you'll only be able to use 1 charge.
But it says per dice spent, so I would imagine it'll allow you to use it more than once. Because, I mean, the wording is a little bit...
Well, you only get 1 bonus action, that's why I'm saying.
Okay. And I'll just... I get 2 health back. Then I'll just take 2 shots at it. 20, a natural.
That's a hit.
Then those two. So it's with Dreadful Strike and the Flame Arrow still active from earlier.
Correct.
I wrote that down so I remembered. 6, 10, 16 for the first hit, 16 damage.
Okay.
For the second, it is only 15.
15 is a miss.
Okay, then it's my turn.
Okay, so that is going to bring us to Fulner. You are up.
What size category is this?
This is considered huge.
Well, I want to try this. I'm going to use Fog Cloud, sitting it on its head. So 120 feet around its head, and it's got fog.
Okay.
Since we're below, we shouldn't... Wait. We'll still be in it, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't do that. Fuck. That
But
would
we
have
can see ghosts now.
been, that would have been cool. How dare you?
Wow, that was a callback from like
Inside
40.
joke callback from like episodes like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
One of the first episodes.
Alright, then, I'm going to use Skullbreaker then and, go for its leg.
Doesn't have a leg.
Doesn't have a leg.
It's pillar. It's body pillar. It's
Right.
trunk.
Right. So how is it moving towards us?
It like floats. Like not floats, but like
Fuck.
rolls along the ground.
Alright. Then, yeah, I'll just go for the trunk then.
Okay.
Great weapon, master.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh boy. We might get some damage here.
Alright, so you've done this before. So that'd be
Double the die, not the.
so 3. Alright. That's sorry, 33 damage.
That with the plus 10.
Oh no, not with the plus and that. So it's 43 damage. Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
All right. So, how do you want to do it?
Really?
Wow.
Fuck.
There's going to be a little twist to it, but how do you want to do it?
Oh, cool.
Alright, well, so since I'm hitting the trunk of it, I just want to go right through it. Just right through it.
Okay. You watch as Lavende brings back his bow and arrow and manages to. Did you hit with one of your shots, or did you miss?
I hit with the first one.
The first one. As you see him pull back his bow and strike with one arrow, and as he gets ready to pull the next one, Fulner moves in and almost jumps up and leaps as you see the Scarbreaker begin to glow red hot as it crushes into the steel, and you watch as it begins to melt and turn the spikes into magma as he tears down into the creature. It roars in pain as it brings its hands up to smash down on Fulner. You hear both
And a puppy.
Petra, Kaz, Hakan. Thanks for giving us enough time. And you watch as Hakan fires a cannon directly towards the creature. As the cannon fires out, you watch as Petra brings her hands up. You watch as the cannonball slows down. And you see Kaz begin to weave back spells. 1, 2, 3, 4 spells as you watch as he starts to put runes all over the orb, the large cannonball. And And as soon as it gets covered in each corner, you see Kaz look towards now, and you watch as she releases it, and the ball drives itself into the back of the golem. And as you watch as it enters in, with large lights, you watch as it explodes. The sound of falling metal spikes begins to roll and fall across the ground. The creature appears to lie dead. Why don't we take a small break?
Hold on. I want to bring him down real quick and they can see him.
Okay.
Before I take the break. Since he's throwing a fit.
He is throwing a fit. He's just straight up throwing a fit.
Nice crit.
Thanks, man. You know how often
That was a
I
juicy crit.
Thank you.
Did the health change after he went into the statue thing? Since I did that damage, the 14, did that help? Well, okay, she's in my room.
Everybody, this is Grim. This is our new baby.
This is the first time down here.
Yeah, it's his first time down here. Ghost followed too. She's a helicopter mom.
Well, you're just awake now, aren't you?
Yeah, he's very upset. He's very upset. He wants to play D&D.
You won't play D&D. What class you gonna play, Rim?
The goodest boy class.
Goodest boy
Wow,
class?
Good choice, bud. Good
Okay,
choice. He's gonna be our paladin.
I say you're a paladin then, if you're gonna be the goodest boy.
Alright, I'm gonna take him out real quick. And then I'll put him back, and we should be good to continue this.
Hopefully. Ghost, go back upstairs.
Come on, Ghosty.
Okay. So. As the creature falls to the ground, spikes seem to scatter all throughout the sand. Watch as Scarbreaker loses its molten color, returns back to normal. You see, Jez seems to walk off and start looking throughout the bodies as both Kaz, Petra, and Hakan make their way back down. Oh. Wow, I didn't think that was going to work, Petra. You are remarkably a fast learner. I'm very impressed. Yes, I wasn't aware I could do that either. The two of you like to do it.
I'm going to go sit up next to a wall because that hurt really bad. That wave of nails hurt really bad.
Alright, so you just go ahead and make your way over to the walls of the fort, sit down. Okay. You know, Hakan makes his way over.
I signaled for the ships to stop firing on the fort. So we shouldn't have to worry about any more cannonballs flying over.
That's good. Where do you think Mr. Centipede went to?
I'm gonna assume he's below us, somewhere within this fort. Probably trying to lick his wounds.
So this ain't over then.
I'm going to look over where the golem was at the start. Is there like a hole or anything
No.
that he may have gone through?
No, you guys actually watched him move through a crack of the fortress.
Oh, I thought he went into the thing.
No,
Okay,
because
okay.
you guys had knocked over the altar,
Mhm.
the large effigy that was filled with the nails. He made his way up along the walls of the ramparts behind the effigy.
Oh,
and
okay.
went into the cracks.
Okay. Should we follow him? I'm hurting pretty bad, Falmer.
Well, let's heal up as much as we can and then pursue him. I don't think he should get away.
I agree.
Alright, so I will use. How hurt are you?
Pretty hurt, Falmer. I'm going to use the last 4 charges of that.
Okay.
16.
I will use Healing wood on myself at 3rd level. 3d4 plus 5.
The ambient puppy screaming sounds.
He's still not happy.
He's only 7 weeks old.
Yeah, he's a little baby.
He's needy.
$15.
They're currently healing themselves.
Yeah.
Jez, you just the fight is over. Both Fulner and Lavene are healing themselves. Hakan has informed the ships to stop firing, so the fort is no longer under fire. What was that? I'm just out of curiosity, can you guys actually hear it? Can you guys actually hear it?
I also use Cure Wounds level 2 on myself.
Use Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can hear that.
That's pretty loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You can hear it.
Usually he stops by now. Clearly he's very upset that we're down here without him. I want to be a paladin.
See? He knows.
Alright. Well, if that's the case, we'll probably have to wrap things up quickly because we cannot play a screaming dog in the background.
Well, I can go up there if you guys want to keep going. I can just sit up there for a little bit until he falls asleep.
Yeah, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll do that. You guys just go ahead and NPC me and I'll come back when he falls asleep.
Okay.
It's been real. My goodness, he's so talkative right now. I also use second wind too. Got 13 more health back.
Yours isn't the wheel. Mine is like a wheel.
It's probably for the phones. Alright. Does Jezebel look like she's doing fine?
Just sort of, after inspecting a few of the bodies, makes her way back over. She walks up to Hakan. You watch as she brings up her finger and she takes her naily claw and sticks it right into the chest of Hakan. And then she looks at him, "Don't you ever pick me up and fly me into a goddamn battle ever again. Take me back to the ship. Put me back to the ship right now." She looks at the two of you. "I don't care what the two of you do. I'm going back to the ship."
Jezebel, we need you.
God!
I'm going to stand up. Thunder, it's fine.
You notice that she gets picked up by Hakan and Hakan takes off.
Alright, well, let's,
Kaz looks towards all the three of you. Or, yeah, because Petra's there as well. Well, if we don't have anything else to tell us what to do, then I guess that makes me in charge. After all, I am quartermaster.
You don't have to rub it into our faces, Kaz. But as I stand up.
Sometimes I like to.
Yeah, I know.
alright.
I'm the one that likes things on his face.
Right, well, what is it that you want to do then?
I think we should follow him.
I would say yes, the big scary centipede man probably is our only link to knowing what Calypso or where Calypso's even going.
Is the crack that he went down, is it big enough for all of us?
No. It doesn't even look like he should have been able to fit. But because of his
Kaz could go.
strange physiology. However, Kaz, when he looks at the wall, I could find out where that crack goes.
Yeah, you can do the little weird thing that you do. I remember you doing it.
Yes, I can do the weird thing that I do. However, I don't feel comfortable about going in there by myself. I could be going right into a trap. So, I think it would be better just to do this the old-fashioned way. Go through the front door.
Right, I think that's wise too.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Even if it doesn't lead us anywhere, that thing he shouldn't. The things that he does, he shouldn't be
And
left.
What about you, Pat?
Are you alright?
Kaz?
Petra. Kaz, you okay?
I'm fine.
That was odd. My head is
Pass out that.
aching. I'll be okay. You guys notice that? I don't think he's gonna stay asleep. Is he asleep?
No, he's in the kitchen. It's fine.
We're good. We're good. He's good. We're good. We're good.
We got an hour left of this. I think we can make it.
You watch as Hakan comes back with Jezebel, and you watch as he drops her off. And as soon as she looks at him, she looks away. She's like, "I changed my mind. Okay, whatever."
You just wanted to get more booze, didn't you?
You know what, Hakan? Never mind. Take me back.
She forgot the booze.
She'll be back in about 5 minutes. She'll get here and we'll be gone, and she'll be like, okay. But that was a really weird exchange. I don't.
Yes, I think Jez is going through some things right now. So why don't we just forget my headache and let's move forward.
Yeah, I think that is a good idea. The sooner we get that thing dead, the better, I think.
Well, Fauna, you're the big, strong giant with the big, large weapon.
Oh, well, I think I would shrink back down by now, but I'm ready if you are, and I start heading towards the door.
Well, you're not getting any younger.
And neither are you.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about elves.
He's not getting older either, from the sounds of it.
Right. I'll just keep going towards the door.
Okay. You make your way towards the looks to be the stockade entrance. You can see that the door has already been kicked off the hinges. You can see what appears to be some dried blood smeared across the wood of the door into the actual hallway. As soon as you open it, the sound of flies buzzing throughout the corridor fills your ears. The rotten smell and stench of rot and decay. Oh, I see they broke out the potpourri for us.
That seems to be their natural scent.
It's quite lovely, an autumn smell, clearly.
Yes. The colors really bring out the stone.
It's lots of red. Fauna, could you hurry up?
Right. I'll lead in, trying to just breathe out my mouth.
Okay. As you all move in with your passive perception, you're able to tell that these individuals have been dead for more than just a day. At least been dead for maybe 4 or 5. They're
I'm gonna take some cloth and put it up my nose.
okay.
Are these the Tuchigal soldiers?
They appear to actually
Do they
be
have like the?
Yeah, you can see them wearing
Coat of arms or
the
whatever.
black and gold. You can see that they are wearing the signature armor that Tuchigal typically wears for their military. Most of them appear to have died from either sword, or some of them even have signs of spell damage. But for the most part, looks like the Shriever or Barbosa's men just cut them down. Anything you'd like to look for? Anything you'd like to, or just try to find the next room?
I would like to just kind of watch, like, I'm assuming there's like rooms on either side of these hallways, just kind of peek into the rooms as we go by to make sure there's nobody else in there.
Alright. Faulkner?
I'm gonna be very wary of the E-traps. So taking my time, but moving gentle pace.
There's a lot of just bones falling everywhere, all over the floor.
Any rooms, I'll clear them, make sure there's got nobody in them.
Okay. Why don't the two of you go ahead and give me a investigation check then?
Go to
Roll,
them.
roll one for Kaz for shits and giggles.
Oh, Jesus.
I got 15.
You put it to me, I got 4.
I'm very investigative.
Mm-hmm.
Start me on the phone.
What'd you get?
15.
I got 4.
4. Okay. Faulkner, as you are leading the way, making your way up, checking each gate, kind of bring your sword up to your chest and quick come out in a guard stance, clearing each room. As you stare into these rooms, there's a few of them where it didn't look like these Stugical individuals were killed during an attack. Looks like they were cut open, harvested. There's a few rooms that appear to have looked like they were being used more as a butchery. It's a grim sight. It's a very hard lesson for an adventurer. It's a very hard lesson for anyone in any world. That, unfortunately, many people live their lives going day to day, never truly knowing the horror that exists in their world, either by ignorance, the blissfulness that it brings, or the lack of empathy. Only one thing is for certain now. You know that Shriever, the pirates that aligned themselves with him, whatever this pain god is, it's evil. All it cares about is causing as much harm as possible. However, notice in one of the individuals, you clear your last room, you make your way into the room, catch a slight glimmer. Something shining around the neck of this Tuchigal body. His head has been badly damaged. You can't even recognize the face. It appears to have been flayed. The chest cavity is cut open. Insides, contents removed. There is nothing left below the belt.
But like you said, there's something shining around, isn't it?
Something shining.
I'll stop for a moment and kneel down and see what it is.
Make your way over as you grab onto the damp, wet fabric. Now removing the crusted, dried, maggot-filled flesh. See this chain soaked in blood. At the end, there's a pendant. It's a bull's head. 2 emerald eyes. Looks valuable.
Alright, well, I'll keep moving, looking at it for a little bit, and then I'll put it in my pocket.
You, done in there, Dr. Volna, or is he gonna make it?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Alright, well then maybe we should keep moving.
I'll get back to the front of the line, keep on moving.
You get to the end of the stockade, hallway ends, but there's a descent. Spiral stairs that begin to turn down this hallway, going into the earth, further, deeper.
Oh my. And then Archon?
Pecan.
Or Hakon?
And just as you all are about to head down the stairs, you hear Jezebel behind you. What are we doing?
Oh, Shazer.
What's going on?
We're heading down to kill the centipede man.
Down there.
Right. Did you go back to get booze?
No, I would never do that. I like shuffle a little bit and there's like a clinking noise. Don't be ridiculous.
Alright, my apologies. Alright, let's keep moving then.
Well, after you.
I'll keep on moving.
As Falder begins to descend down the steps, Lavende, Kaz, Jezebel. Petra stops at the top of the stairs, looks down towards you. I'm gonna cover your exit. If anything or he tries to flee, I'll be up here to intercept. If he tries to go out the same way he came in. Alright?
That is fine.
20 minutes. If you're not back in 20 minutes, the whole crew's coming down.
That sounds good to me. Alright.
So, the four of you now descend down into the bowels of the fortress. As you make your way past the upper stockades, come into appears to be more of like a storage room. The room opens wide, smells damp, musty, decay. You'll see a lot of the boxes and barrels, crates, the wooden shelves. They're all almost dry rotted, where the wood you can just kind of press in on it. Stuff's been down here for ages. In fact, liturgical men that were here probably didn't even use this. But up ahead, past this storage room, you can actually see the break in the wall. It's a false wall. It's been pulled out ever so slightly, and the soft orange glow of fire is trickling in through the light. You see a quick shadow. And the sound of skittering.
Well, I think we might have found him.
I think you're right.
I think I want to just leave. That's what I want to do.
No, we can't let him go.
I want to go to
Why
the
not,
wall.
though?
I'll go to the wall.
Look what he does. This has got to stop.
It's not a problem. It's not making a problem. It's just fucking go.
It's already kind of a problem.
Fowler, are you ready? And I'm at the wall, like about to open it.
Oh, I'll go over right underneath him with one hand. Whip him.
I didn't mean for you to help me. You need to ready yourself.
Ready.
Okay. No, with your weapon.
Oh, right.
I'm
This
pulling
is real
the,
promising.
I'm pulling the door open.
As Falner stands there confused, Lamine opens the door as Kaz just
I'm looking at Mikaz.
Do you want us to leave? Because we can do that. We
Yeah.
can leave. We need information.
So you open up the door. Is there something you're gonna do?
No, forget it.
So you open the door. You see the fire in the room. It's actually strange. Not quite sure what this room is for. It's not a forge, but it has an open fire pit in the room. It's connected to a shaft, something going straight up. In fact, you all remember seeing pillars of smoke coming from the fort. This must be it. Inside the fire, you can smell remains being burned. It's possible that this is being used or was used for some sort of strange crematorium. As the floor is riddled with bones, bleached bones. Some of them look aged. And as you look around on the walls, this is not the construction of an Abendal human. This is not the construction of a foreigner from Sitar or Dre Morden. This is Makila in appearance. The indigenous people of the Strand. You know that they have very unique architecture. It looks very similar to the ziggurats. And as you all recall, you have that sensation, memory flooding back to you. You look around and you remember the mural. You remember the battle. A giant serpent versus a giant flaming bird. Two armies colliding together. Except in this room, there is no bird. One end of the room wraps all the way around to the other side. A large, shadowy, like serpent. And as it wraps all the way around, its head comes to the center. You watch as its head engulfs that fire, that crematorium. You all start to hear the sound of bones rattling. So you look around, you see these mounds of bones, some of them 6 feet tall. You see this layer of bone begin to, as though there's something moving underneath the bone. As Kaz brings up his weapon, I'd ready yourselves. What three of you like to do?
Readying myself.
Are we assuming this is the centipede dude?
You are assuming, yes.
I should have stayed upstairs. I'll just summon my Hexblade.
Okay.
I'll ready Skullbreaker.
And like that, the ground rolls with bones as you see this massive torso rise up out as you see Shriever's elongated neck as it opens up and reaches down towards the party. Roll for initiative.
Move that to 17.
18.
How are you looking at me?
So you go first.
Is it
all the
18?
time.
I
Yeah.
don't. Kaz all
the time.
I usually go last.
How many?
22.
I'm never gonna go first. There's always someone that beats me.
Pig first to last.
I think that was the first time I've ever gone first. The last.
Jez, Fulner, Lavender, Kaz, Creature. Jez, you were up first.
Come on, guys,
How far away is he?
He's about 10 feet in front of you.
10 feet? What the fuck?
He's too close.
That's way too close. Move him away, please. Alright. I hate this. I hate this so fucking much. Alright, I'm just gonna swing on him. So, go away, you piece of shit. Alright. 17, 23 to hit.
That's a hit.
Alright. And... Oh, because see, last time I said I did for Soul Drinker, it was 1d6 plus 2, and you said that wasn't right for damage.
Yeah.
It was how many?
Should be on the blade stats.
That's what I'm at. That's what I'm looking at right now. It says 1d6 plus 2. Oh, you mean for the longsword?
Yep.
So 1d8 minus 1. What the fuck? Okay. 1d8 minus 1 and then 1d10 minus 1.
Oh, you have a negative in strength?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's the max.
So 5.
But it's got finesse, so you use your dexterity.
Okay.
So don't worry about the negative one.
You add your dex to
So
it.
then it's plus 6 rather than minus 1. So that's 12. Okay. So it's 12 on that. And then what do I do to 1d10?
You roll that as well.
Okay. D10.
Chromatic orb.
So that's 22.
Alright, there we go.
5. That's right.
As you summon your hexblade and the creature erupts out of the bones, and you bring it forward and actually strike into the abdominal section of Shriver. You rip the blade across, and as it does, you actually see what appears to be flies and insects and cockroaches and all manners of crawlers seem to pour out of his open wound. Anything else you'd like to do?
No. Well, actually, I'll, yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. Faller, you were up. Lob, you're on deck.
So does how long is he?
You can't see his full length because he's actually under the bones as well. But what's exposed is probably about 8 feet off the ground.
Alright, we'll use Agonized Scorcher. I want to try to get his like as much of his body into it as I can. And I'm going to do it at 2nd level.
Okay. Is there a save?
Dexterity of 17.
He does not succeed that.
Alright. Well, then he takes 3 d8s. And I'm making it 5 damage, and it is 9 points of damage. It's pretty bad rolls, actually.
Yeah, say 3d8, you get 9 damage.
Story of my life.
with
You
that.
watch as he brings up his hand as his cast this agonizer scorcher towards Shraver. You watch it engulfs his chest in flames. You watch as his body rears up. You see that flame illuminate the darkness behind him. You see flashes of the ceiling and the walls behind him, giving you a better look at that mural. The darkness and the strange macabre setting is almost more embedded into your mind. So you see his dead white eyes illuminate from the fire. Alright. What else?
Just curious, how big is this room we're in?
The room itself is probably around only 50 feet in length. It's not very big.
And like, how about how high?
I'd say probably about 10 feet. His head's only about 2 feet away from the ceiling.
Alright. That's good to know then. Yeah, that'll be the end of me turn.
Alright, and after he does that, I'm going to dig my feet in and I'm going to use Moonbeam at him.
Okay.
And that is a con save of 17.
What? Moonbeam? Are you fighting Eno by...
He's not safe against that.
Okay. So it is 3d10. Are you
Did you just roll 3 10s?
I did.
3 10s.
30 damage.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so that's what that does.
I've never seen Moonbeam.
Thanks, Moon.
That's 30 points of damage.
Okay. Any other effects other than the damage?
It's only if it's like a werewolf or something, it forces it to, like if you attack somebody who's not in their werewolf form, it would force them to go into werewolf form, that sort of thing.
I think also if he rolls 3 10s, it automatically just dies.
You
Let me double check on that one.
You watch as Lavende takes a step forward, as his feet slide back throughout the bones. You watch as he brings his hand, you actually see his hair begin to fly back almost with this disembodied wind. And as he opens his eyes, you watch as this full moon flashes over the middle of his forehead before it goes into a crescent. And you watch as the spell disperse and this orb of pure moonlight beams through the creature, and like an arrow, it sears through this flesh. You actually watch as it breaks off half the body.
Oh, jeez.
As it skitters around the ground until you watch it.
Okay, so I want to double check before we move on. Is this guy considered the shape changer since he like turned into a gross centipede thing?
No.
Okay, I just want to double check because it would have to roll off save for that.
Okay. Is there anything else for your turn?
No, I don't think I have any bonus action stuff that I want to do.
You watch as the creature comes back up out of the ground. You see with a large sear scar across its body from the moonbeam and the flames that it's been engulfed in. Kaz brings his weapon up, and as he moves forward, too easy, and you see him just drop his blade. You watch as he falls down to his knees. It's now the creature's turn. You watch the creature twist its body, and it turns and moves towards Lavende. And it brings its claws up. It's gonna make all 3 attacks against you.
AC 17.
Okay, 1 was a miss, 2 will definitely hit. So 6. Okay, so it's 15 points of damage for both of them.
So 30 altogether or
No,
15? Okay.
15. You watch as this creature moves forward. Its torso and its is just dragging along behind it. Its legs completely gone. Got like some sort of insectoid-like crab. It pincers forward and starts to strike and slash down at Lavande blocking each blow with his staff until one of them seems to go over his shoulder and as it drives into the back. That is going to be its turn. It's back to Jez. You're back to top of the round.
How far is Lavande from me?
10 feet.
Okay. And how far is Kaz from me?
10 feet. You guys haven't really even moved
We're all
anywhere.
just exactly 10 feet apart. Okay. I'll just fire off a few Eldritch Blasts at it in the face. Okay. Natural 1. I'll use Lucky. Natural 20.
Wow! Unnatural.
So 28.
Isn't it nice? Isn't lucky nice?
Yeah, definitely.
I've never seen a natural 1 get rolled into a natural 20. Okay, roll damage.
This is my new favorite die for today. Okay.
Impressive.
So
I feel like it should be like have a commentator, like a Halo kill voice. Impressive.
14 damage for the first one.
You doubled it?
Oh shit, yeah, so 28 damage.
Well, you roll it twice.
Oh. So 17 damage.
17.
The
And
first one.
with your charisma added?
No. 17 damage. 21 damage.
21 damage. Okay. And that was just one Eldritch Blast.
Do we?
You watch as soon as Lavande gets struck in the back, the other claw comes up to make that kill blow. And as it does, you watch as Jez Eldritch Blast! And you see it
Not with an anime character.
blast over the actual pincer as it comes down and blow the pincer arm off. As it turns its head and looks over towards you. You still have a bonus action.
Well, I still have another blast as well.
I think with your bonus action.
It's just I get 2 beams out of it, out of the one. That's not a bonus action. That's how we've always done it, right?
I think
Bonus action, I can't do another attack anyway.
no. You can bonus actions can do another attack if it's has a bonus action description in the.
It's not a bonus action. It doesn't say anything about a bonus action. It just says total beams 2.
So it's like an extra attack.
Oh, okay.
Just
That's
for
not
that,
always
though.
done it.
Just for that. That's what it sounds
I
like.
think it scales too. When you level up, you get more.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Then.
17 to hit on that one.
17 will hit.
And then that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
Okay. You manage to fire off another beam, and as it blasts through the creature again, you watch as its body thrashes from the blow. You start to see more of those insects and those flies crawling out all over its body, beginning to engulf it, almost like ants when they start to cover its food. Which will bring us to Falmer.
I'm gonna use Skullbreaker on it with Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Let's say 9. That does not hit.
9 does not hit.
I'm gonna use Action Surge and attack again. That's a lot better. That would have been. That would have been. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting the plus 10 on it. So that actually would have been like 29. That one. The second one's 29. And we got 3d6. 4, 6. That is 17 damage.
All right. You manage to make your way forward as you slide up through the bones. Scarbreaker's heft drives down, sinking deep into the flesh of the centipede-like body as it shears off 4 or 5 legs on the body.
Bonus action. I will use healing word at 2nd level on Lavender.
Okay.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
A 2 HP.
Thanks, guy.
2 is better than none.
You watch as Falner casts his healing spell over towards
10?
you.
Oh, I think so.
Falner, you are back up.
Lava Day.
Sorry, Lavender.
So after I get hit, I'm going to use Flame Blade again at 2nd level and just like, since it's like right on me, just like 2 attacks,
Okay.
quick succession. So 16 for the first one.
That just meets the AC.
So that one, 3. It's 9 for the first one, 9 damage. And 23 for the second to hit.
Okay.
So 19 altogether, 19 damage altogether.
You want to do it?
I'm just going to go crazy because I'm just like, wanting this thing as dead as possible.
Slap shot in.
Yeah, just like, because it's on me. I can't go anywhere. I'm just.
You see his hand make his way up as it engulfs in that flame. You watch as he begins to slice as the creature cuts in half and it drops down, and you watch as he, almost like the enemies from Super Mario Brothers, those cactus balls.
Yeah.
You watch as they, until you see him with an uppercut drive his fist into the body of the creature, and you watch as his whole arm becomes submerged into the body of this creature, and you watch a hole begin to brighten and burn through as the centipede's body begins to burn and melt away. As Lavender pulls his arm back, you see nothing but chunks of burnt insects, until you see those same insects start to swarm in this ghost-like fire and begin to crawl all over your body. And as the centipede falls to the ground, you watch as it bursts open, and like a spiderweb sack of insects, you see Lavende's body get covered in insects.
No, not again!
Again.
You see, for a moment, him take a step forward, covered in roaches, flies, and centipedes.
Why do I get covered in so many things?
And you watch as they all begin to crawl towards his face, and you feel your mouth. And you watch as all these bugs go into your insides before your mouth.
What the fuck was that?
Hungry Lavender?
I don't want to eat
Are you
bugs.
possessed or something?
I don't know if I'm possessed.
You see Kaz get up.
I'll go over to him and... Kaz, are you alright? I'll use healing word on him. Or do I? Maybe I don't.
I am not Cass.
Now's not the time to be doing this, alright? It's cute and everything, but we have something we need to do and you get out of here.
My name is Eliaphel.
Lawful.
I know you three. You've been with this dark elf. Disgusting. I know my son is still alive. You even got my book. Good. Him.
He looks over towards the centipede's body. He makes his way forward until you see him cast a spell. Out of the remnants and carapace of the centipede, you see Shreever's body get raised out of it. You see it, his arm badly damaged, his legs completely ripped off. He brings him over towards him with a telekinetic pull of the spell. You watch as he holds him.
Calypso, tell me, where is he going? Now! Well, looks like I lost my game. It doesn't matter. The servant will come. And when he does, I don't care. Calypso, tell me. You'll find him. Baptiste, it's Scuttleport. He's the only one that will know how to find it. Thank you.
And you watch as Shreever's body gets as he folds him into multiple pieces. And you watch as he hurls his visceral form, splattering against the wall.
I suggest you all go about your lives. Leave my kingdom alone.
You watch as he steps into a portal, disappears before you.
So that has just happened.
This is some sort of fucking fever dream.
I don't think it is.
I don't know.
Did we just lose, guys? Is that what just happened? You just get possessed by some ancient...
Did I?
think so. This island's been doing some crazy stuff with all of us, I think.
I'm kind of tired of having things attach themselves to me without me being okay with it.
I'm just tired. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do about that whole situation. The fuck do you mean by leave his kingdom alone?
Apparently, Kaz had a book with him. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Yeah, you have. He's
Alright.
had it ever since the Spire.
Don't think we were ever trying to find whoever his kingdom was.
Not actively, not right now.
I think I need to talk to Claudia again.
We do, but because something definitely just happened to you.
Whatever just happened, I don't want to turn into what he was. That much I know. I don't want to start turning into a bug.
Well, Which way is Skullport from here?
We can just tell Barry when they get back.
Alright.
What are we doing with the other boats?
We'll figure it out. I'm more concerned with what we just watched happen with Kaz and stepping through a portal and being possessed and shit.
I'd like to do a perception check in the room. Is anything in there left in there that's of interest?
Sure. You do investigation or perception. Investigation is always more thorough than perception. Perception's like taking a look around the room, smelling, listening. Investigation's like you're moving stuff and going through things.
I'll do investigation. Unnatural 20.
Very nice. While Faulkner is looking around, what would the two of you like to do?
I'm going to see him look around. I just want to get my mind off of this right now, so I'm going to help him look.
Okay.
I don't even know what I'm looking for. I just don't want to deal with what's going on right now. The bugs and stuff.
Faulkner, you managed to clear out a large portion of the room. Because you saw something on the floor. Looked like gold. First, maybe your greed took over and you thought you may have been earning yourself a galleon or two. But as you moved the bones away, you realized it's part of the floor. You started moving more away, more and more. Realize the floor is like the walls. It depicts something, a story. As you look, you see ancient ziggurats covered in gold. You see a civilization, elves who appear to be worshipping the sun. You see these rays basking and glowing down on them. In the center, you see one elf. His hair glows golden, his skin golden, and you see the light emitting from him. But they're not worshiping him. They're cowering. The subjects before him, they appear to be not just worshiping, frozen in solid slates of gold. Their arms reared back, blinding themselves from the light. Above this elf, you see this large, blazing bird. And as you clear the other portion and begin to look at the other side of the room, there you see another elf, another ancient city. This one, not covered in gold, but bathed and basked in shadow. If anything, it is the shadow of the first city depicted. The elf standing there does not illuminate, but almost disappears in the artwork. Before them, their subjects. They rise. Shadows almost seem to come out of the ground. And above that elf, you see a large, coiling serpent. With its mouth agape and fangs bared. That is all you find.
I'll have to take like crude sketches of each part.
Give me a perform check.
How big is it?
He didn't clear out the whole room, but essentially the entire center of the room was those art pieces kind of inverted against each other. So their feet kind of meet in the middle, and their bodies go this way in separate directions. And the background of their art is different. Where on this side it's this blazing gold city and fiery bird, and on the other side it's this shadow, basked in darkness with this serpent.
I got 22.
You take a fairly decent rendition of the artwork. Jot it down.
I don't know if this will come in handy, but I guess it might not hurt. I think we should get the fuck out of here.
I always seen this bird before somewhere.
Or the other place. It was on the
It
wall.
was on that other mural, if you remember.
Which one?
The one before we did that weird maze game thing with the people.
You saw it on the island with Zalgareth.
If I remember right, the bird's name I think is Aglatia, and then the serpent's name is supposed to be, I think, Nekazon.
What does that mean? Do we know religious names?
I don't really understand this mural, but I mean, they're all deities to the peoples around here, I think. So that I don't know about around here, but
They're deities in general.
right.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right. This whole entire island is cursed. I am convinced as we're walking away or walking out.
As you all walk out and make your way, that is where we're going to end tonight's episode. So, thank you all for joining us as we continue forth into this journey of the Strand. And it sounds like we'll be taking another stop back at Scuttleport. So, tomorrow we'll be picking up with our Hellgate episode 4, which will be titled Wetworks. No, not that type of Wetworks. So,
Why not?
'cause
What's the other
Why
type?
not? Give us a good reason.
What's that type of wetworks?
you ever seen Horrible Bosses?
The what?
Horrible Bosses?
The movie with
The
Jason
movie.
Sudeikis.
It's been a long time.
That's where the
Okay.
Anyways, hopefully we'll see you all there, and if not, then we will see you next time. So as always, remember to embrace
Why the head?
the dark.
It's always the back of the head. You can't